Hi, Scorpio. So, you guys, so many of you in my life, you guys have been super productive lately, which is friggin' awesome. You know, like, you guys have been getting shit done. That's never really an issue with you guys. You guys do always get shit done, and you're not procrastinators, which is awesome. But the cool thing about having so many Scorpios in my life is that I can see a streamline of everything that's happening from, you know, emotional things to work things to love and relationships. But what I want to focus on for August is this one word kept coming to mind when I was preparing for your guys' reading. Appreciation. So, sounds basic enough, right? Sounds simple. Appreciation. I just want to emphasize how, okay, so first card that came out, the Lovers. Okay? So, appreciation for little things. Sometimes you guys are, when you're so caught up in getting shit done and being productive, you guys can sometimes forget to appreciate the little things. And, you know, it's not like you're sitting there like, oh my God, I expect this and I expect that and I don't appreciate anything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying sometimes there's little tiny things that people do for you or that you need to appreciate, especially since the Lovers card is coming out right now. Little things that people do for you, you know, just like learn to appreciate that, because you guys do so much for other people that when people do stuff for you, it's just like, oh yeah, well that's good. I mean, they did that for me, right? So, because they should, you know, like it's not like you're unappreciative. It just means you guys could show a little more appreciation for people around you and also for little things. Like, you don't really stop and look at what you have. You know, sometimes you don't stop and look at what you're grateful for. So I just recommend, like, making a list of things you're appreciative of, right? Because when you're busy doing things for other people, like you normally are, sometimes you just get caught up in that. Okay, awesome. So, Three of Cups and the Lovers. This is looking really well so far. Okay, so appreciation, lovers, family. We have this whole thing happening with this theme, right? Appreciating the people you love and your family, right? And celebrating that and celebrating what people bring to your life, you know? Because you guys bring a lot of joy and a lot of happiness, you know, to a lot of people's lives, especially, you know, your friends and your family. And sometimes, you know, other people don't always show their appreciation for you. So that makes you feel like when they do something that you don't have to really show your appreciation because they don't really do that. Does that make sense? So, okay, two more cards came out. Okay, Two of Swords and Queen of Swords. Okay, so there is this, oh wow. There is this energy of like stimulating the mind, right? Making decisions. You guys have been this energy has really been like dominant in your life lately. This energy of, you know, using your intuition but trying to make decisions quickly, using your head and also your intuition combined. And what I've talked about this card before, we can break this card down a little bit, because this came out for, I forgot what other reading it was, but it was one of the other readings too. So this is a certain theme. And what's happening also with before I dig into this card, what's happening with the eclipse is going to be major, right? For everyone. The Great American Solar Eclipse is going to be a huge opportunity for all of us, for everyone of every sign, but especially Leos because it is in Leo, but for all signs to have a new beginning, right? Emotionally. And for you guys, it's a new beginning to learn to appreciate the little things, right? Little things around you in the world and the people. This is very people heavy, right? Family, friends, lovers. So anyway, talking about that, the solar eclipse, new opportunity to always trust your gut, right? And follow through with that. Because what the Two of Swords does, what this energy is it's the battle between using your head or using your intuition. So she's blindfolded. She can't see her surroundings, right? So if you step to her, right? If someone steps to you, you have to be able to use your intuition, whether they are going to help you or they're going to hurt you, right? Because if they're going to hurt you, you use your intuition, you can slice them in half. But if they're going to be good for you and help you and maybe try to unblindfold you and guide you, then, right, that's using your intuition. So just always know that using your head isn't always the answer, right? You guys are having this energy right now, Queen of Swords energy. So it's independence, incisive. It's very, you know, I mean, that's a good energy to have, actually. But you have to take a step back sometimes and just appreciate the little things, right? Little things, celebrations, little tiny things in life. You know, the flowers, the trees, like little ways that you're, you know, making money or like figuring out awesome new things about yourself. Or if someone, you know, buys you dinner or a family member, you know, compliments you, and instead of just brushing it off, you know, just learn to appreciate that. Because a lot of people around you right now, you are very loved right now. Very loved. In the month of August, I mean, you guys are being so productive and so analytical, right? So just take a step back and celebrate the little things, right? And another thing, when I was talking to my Scorpios, all my Scorpios, hi guys, I know you're watching, that one common theme of being productive, that's not going to slow down in August. That's going to continue, you know? So don't be afraid to, you know, drop this Queen of Swords energy a little bit, because if you drop that doesn't mean that, if you drop being, you know, so analytical, that doesn't mean that you're going to stop being productive. It just means you're going to take a step back, right? Chakra heal, meditate, whatever you need to do, and learn to appreciate little things. So the next card that came out, oh, in reverse. Wow. Okay, so I didn't even realize that till right now. But what's awesome about this is that this is stubbornness and not wanting to move forward, right? This is not accepting and not appreciating, but it is in reverse. So that is wonderful, right? When we have the Four of Cups in reverse underneath the Three of Cups, this shows us, right? If this was right side up, then we would think like, okay, I'm being stubborn. I'm not accepting new emotional beginnings, and I'm just going to be stuck and not willing to move forward. This is awesome, because everything I just said before about taking a step back, it came out in reverse. So you are not going to show stubbornness this month. You're going to learn to let go a little bit and still get shit done, you know? That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to pull one more of this, and then we'll go into the Goddess deck, and then also pull an Oracle, and then an Angel card. But so far, emotionally, I mean, you guys are going to be releasing a lot of positive energy into the world in August. And you've already started that. Being productive with yourself and being productive with mending relationships, you know, bonding, things like that. Okay. I love this. 7 of Wands. So, when that's underneath the 2 of Swords, right, we have this energy of like hard work, pushing forward, moving forward. Here, let me angle it down. Okay. Hard work, right? That's not going away. You guys working so hard to just get shit done. Like I've said in previous Scorpio videos, you guys make a list, you check it off, you throw it away. You guys never have a problem with working hard. You know, that's never an issue with you guys. And you guys are going to show this month, right, that you can still use your head and be analytical and get stuff done and not be emotionally succumb to the hard work, right? I mean, this person is like, this guy is way outdoing himself, right? Working super hard and facing a challenge head on. And you guys are so excellent at that this month. That's going to be a major thing for you. And when the Great American Eclipse happens on the 21st, you're going to feel that release of energy, right? If you prepare for it, you're going to feel that amazing release of calmness. And that's not something you guys feel very often. But when we have the 3 of Cups and the Lovers and the 4 of Cups in reverse, then that shows us like we're going to feel good. You guys are going to feel very good. And I always say, okay, here, first Goddess card, the Sorceress, right? Morgan Le Fay. So this is the Magician in the Rider Tarot deck. So the Sorceress transforms and makes anything into anything, right? She's a magician and she's also transformative. So she can create something out of nothing, right? So there's this awesome energy. I love Morgan Le Fay because, and she is the dragonfly goddess. So when she has, oh yes, awesome. So when she has challenges in front of her, right, she can shapeshift and she can morph into whatever she needs to be at that time. So if you need to, you know, that's a very good Scorpio thing, because it's like, you know, you guys can take on so much all at once, right? You can take on so many things. I don't know how you guys do it, honestly. I'm talking to all Scorpios, but mostly and also I'm talking to my Scorpio friends, my mom, everyone that is a Scorpio in my life, right? It's like you guys can take on more than the average person. And you don't always show that stress, right? You don't always have to. But we know, as people in your lives, we know what's going on, right? We see that you're stressed and you're doing a lot, but that never changes because you guys always just get shit done. You know, you set a goal and you do it. Okay, but anyway, cleansing, 5 of Cups. So, how awesome is that? Like I just talked about, that feeling, right? That you're gonna have that overwhelming, like, ooh, sense of calmness, right? With the eclipse. If you just learn to appreciate little things, right? That's cleansing. And this is also a Scorpio card. So, everything's for a reason, you guys. I'm just saying. Cleansing, you know? It's like, it's what you guys need right now. I'm going to put this with this one right here. Make things happen, right? Cleansing. Make it happen. It's going to be a transformative month for you, but it's also going to be just a really fun month. Oh, yay! Okay, here we go. The Fool. Yes. Uzume. The Japanese goddess. I love her so much. So the Fool, obviously, in the Rider deck is ready to jump off a cliff and is, you know, no thinking, just doing. So this is an awesome energy for you guys to emulate for the month of August, right? Transforming, cleansing, and in order to do that, right? In order to do that, you have to be the Fool and take on this energy of dance like nobody's watching and have an amazing time. You guys are going to have a lot of fun, a lot of celebration, a lot of love, right? And, you know, this just reminds us that we can be the Fool if we choose to be the Fool, right? If we choose to take on this happy, joyous, fun, like silly energy, you know? Because what do you do when you're working so hard, right? You can choose to bury your head and, you know, cut people out of your life and kind of be this, you know, stress ball. We don't want to, no one wants to be around a stress ball. So if you take on this energy, right? Take on this energy with your friends and your family and your lovers. I mean, that's going to help you move forward and push forward into feeling calm again, right? Feeling cleansed. Feeling like you have a sense of release. You know, everybody needs that. And there's an awesome opportunity coming up. So, let's pick an oracle card really quick and then an angel card. But I love these cards for you guys. It's just a reminder that you guys are loved, you guys are appreciated, so just appreciate the little things, you know, have some fun, jump into something, try something new. You know, you guys can sometimes be creatures of habit. Try something new, try something fun. And just appreciate the people around you and the little things around you. I know it's a hard time lately in our country, but if you're just focused on your friends and your family and the people that love you, then it's hard to be overwhelmed with what's happening in the world right now. I mean, especially this in our country right now. But yeah, I know you guys think about that stuff a lot, and you guys can get emotional about that. But there's nothing that is more important than just appreciating what you have. Let's just appreciate what we have, right? Clean water, food, a roof over our head, a car, whatever, little tiny things, you know? It's hard to sometimes think like, wow, not everyone has clean water. A lot of people don't have clean water. A lot of people don't have food. A lot of people don't have a car. A lot of people don't have a house or an apartment, whatever. I mean, it's like, you know, just appreciate little things and you will be so much happier, so much more carefree, right? Let's shift that energy into being the best versions of ourselves we can be. Because sometimes we can get depressed when we start thinking about crazy things like that. Okay. Your oracle card. Restriction. So, let's talk about that a little bit. So, restriction. When we're talking about restriction, it's this push, or it's this pull and push of not wanting to move forward, right? It's like, well, there's a dead end there. What am I going to do with that? You know, but you can't have that attitude. You have to have this positive energy, this attitude of like, I can do anything, I can solve everything. And don't restrict yourself from moving forward, right? From jumping off that cliff and just having this like awesome, productive, super happy and celebratory August. You know, don't get caught up in this energy, right? You guys are making awesome decisions. You know, you're trusting your gut. Being decisive. Restriction. Yeah. Let's think about that a little bit, right? Restriction. So what is pulling you back? What is pulling you back from wanting to move forward and set a sense of release and cleansing? Right? There must be something. Right? So let's think about that this month of August. What is pulling you back? And how can you get rid of it to move forward? I think this is a very good opportunity to show you that with the eclipse on the 21st, you'll realize what this is. Leading up to it, you'll realize what that restriction is and what's causing you to have this push-pull type of energy, right? Overworking, being productive, but also like overdoing it sometimes. So just pay attention to that. Pay attention to what's restricting you. And get rid of it. Get rid of it. Right? We're done with that. Get rid of it. Okay, let's pull an angel card. And then we're done. Angel card, Scorpio. Okay, this one slipped out. Inspiration. Awesome. That's fantastic. That's amazing. So this month, you're really going to find out, right, what has been restricting you, especially with the eclipse. You're really going to recognize that, and you're going to get rid of it. Inspiration. Are you doing things that inspire you, or are you just doing things to do it? I think this is very important because all my Scorpios that I talk to, you know, a lot of them just do stuff because they have to do it. So are you doing something that you're inspired by? Something fun, something exciting, something energetic, something celebratory, something that feeds your soul? Or are you just boom, 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 going down the list and checking it off because it's things you have to do? Which, of course, there's nothing wrong with doing what you have to do. You have to do those things. But I want you guys to also focus on what inspires you. Right? What's something fun that you've wanted to try? Like I was saying before, what's something you've wanted to do that you've never done before? Maybe do that in August. Because leading up to the 21st, once you hit that eclipse moment, right? That's when the shift happens. That's when this happens. So, what inspires you? Painting, dancing, writing. What do you want to do? Do something good for you this month and appreciate what you have around you, right? Okay? So, if you guys would like a private reading, you can go to my website in the link below and click book now. I think I'm booked until August. I forgot. I think it's the second week of August, but just click on that. And then also, I will be in Sacramento and San Francisco for just a short period of time in September. So if you guys are interested in a one-on-one private reading in person, email me through my website, just push contact, and we can try to schedule a reading. So, and I'll tell you exact dates and everything. But awesome, Scorpios. Love you guys. There's a lot to think about. And I'm really happy with this reading. So, love you guys. Bye, my Scorpios.